Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/AckleyAttack44227TV to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey guys, like what we do on our channel and want to see more videos from us? Then not to worry about a thing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as turning on the notification bell so that way you can see more of our videos coming up very soon. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Yeah, I think give it for the fact that I've got one of my Bachman Thomas somehows out. I think that will somehow get you the idea on what we're talking about here today. So yeah. Anyways, hey guys, this is SamAttack4427 here with a brand new video for all of you guys, and well, I guess, quite fitting enough, it is that time for me to do another one of these response/rant videos as normal for sure, but yeah, I think I've actually held myself back from talking about this for some time now for sure, so I'm making it up for it now to actually get myself in to finally talk about this subject matter for sure, so yeah, and yes, by the way, given to, of course, why Gaga right here, pretty much with one of my Bachman Thomas models that I actually got right here. Yes, we are definitely talking about something Thomas related once again for sure, and boy, I've really got a lot to say about this topic right here for sure, so yeah, anyways, yeah, I think given to, of course, all of the hag, I think pretty much it would pretty much tie into, of course, one thing that we hardly ever expect from, of course, Thomas the Tank Engine, and that being, of course, video games for sure. And given to what I've actually mentioned, I think that will get you the idea, of course, why I'm actually talking about for sure, so yeah. Now, in case a lot of you guys may have actually missed out, it was announced that just some time ago, pretty much Mattel and a video game developer and publisher that goes by the name of Dovetail Games has actually announced not too long ago that they are going to be making a full-on Thomas the Tank Engine video game that's going to be coming out some point around this year that goes by the name of Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor. So yeah, I guess pretty much of anything, that is of course what we actually got very recently for sure, and yeah, I think given to, of course, all that hands down, I figure, yeah, I know I'm kind of late to actually join in, of course, this trend for sure, but I figure now would be a good time for me to talk about this subject matter for sure, and yeah, I've actually got a lot to say in regards to, of course, pretty much this announcement that we actually got for sure, and yeah, all that sort of stuff from what I can gather for sure, so yeah, now I guess pretty much even beforehand, hands down for sure, a lot like everyone else, I think when it comes to Thomas the Tank Engine and video games, pretty much combining together for sure. Honestly, I think pretty much from my knowledge, I actually pretty much of anything, as a little kid growing up, during my time, aside from, of course, seeing movies and watching TV, and And this was long before YouTube actually came around for sure. I do remember as a kid when it comes to me playing games and stuff electronically for sure, and of course, pretty much my early experience at video games for sure is that I do recall actually pretty much hopping on my family's computer and actually playing a really great amount of CD-ROM games that we used to have, and yeah, surprisingly enough, pretty much of anything, a couple of the CD-ROMs, the couple of CD-ROM games that I actually used to play as a kid, they were in fact pretty much, they were centered around Thomas the Tank Engine for sure, So yeah, I actually did have a couple of pretty much Thomas CD-ROM games back in the day for sure, and I really enjoyed playing them pretty much a whole lot for sure because of how amazed I was on, of course, what they actually provided for sure. So yeah, in case you're wondering, the two I actually did remember playing the most as a kid was, of course, The Great Festival Adventure and Trouble on the Tracks. Those were, of course, the two Thomas CD-ROM games that I really loved playing as a kid for sure. So yeah, all that sort of stuff from what I can gather for sure. So yeah, but I guess pretty much of anything, for while I still do admire Thomas the Tank Engine for sure, hands down, I think when it comes to video games based on, of course, pretty much Thomas for sure in other consoles, well, I guess pretty much of anything, I do have fond memories watching other people playing, and even I actually did get to play a bit of course, pretty much the video game tie-in on the Wii based around one of the Thomas movies, Hero of the Rails, which was actually a whole lot of fun from what I can gather. So yeah, but any other video games that pretty much that actually center around Thomas, I never really delved into them to be honest for sure. So yeah, but either way, I guess pretty much the idea of course, making a video game centered around Thomas the Tank Engine, I really do think there's a whole lot of possibilities for sure. So yeah, so when I was told by plenty of people saying that this game is gonna be coming out for sure, I guess from the announcement that we actually got for sure, and I did recall seeing the trailer for that some time ago. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind, I'm actually hooked on with, of course, this one because the game itself actually looks really great, hands down, and yeah, and I should mention right now, seeing how it's actually done by, of course, pretty much a video game company, yeah, pretty much a video game company, Dovetail Games. Yeah, surprisingly enough, I've only known about them some time ago, since after seeing the news that they actually pretty much added Thomas the Tank Engine hanging in pretty much as pretty much an add-on pretty much for one of their games they actually did, which is of course Train Sim World 5, and yeah. And I have to admit, that was actually really clever that they actually did that for sure. I really do think putting Thomas the Tank Engine as an add-on for, of course, Train Sim World 5 that they did last year prior to, of course, this game being announced for sure, I really do think is actually quite clever, So yeah, so I guess upon hearing the news that they're actually making a full-on game, pretty much a full-on game of Thomas the Tank Engine, I really do think it's actually really quite amazing for sure. I immediately got myself hooked on with, of course, what they actually got provided for sure, and it does pique my interest, I'm not gonna lie, So yeah, so I guess pretty much of anything, probably I guess by the time this video goes live, they're already pretty much currently in the process to actually pretty much work on getting the game finished and released, hands down for sure. And they did actually put on some add-ons for, of course, the game for sure. Like, of course, probably, I guess, by my knowledge, by the time I'm recording this, they've only got to where about Devious Diesel is going to be adding into the game for sure, to which I think is actually really quite nice. So I can't wait to see what they'll do for that, hands down. So yeah. And, of course, for some of the stuff that we're going to be getting for, of course, the game. Well, I think from my knowledge, based on what we got in the trailers and the announcement, hands down for sure. Yeah, I think pretty much from what I can gather, I think they're pretty much showcasing as probably like a nice open world game that they can actually pretty much delve into for sure. Just like a good number of areas from what I can gather. Pretty much you playing as one of the characters going pretty much going out and exploring the pretty much the train's home of the island of Sodor for sure. So yeah, but that's at least what I can gather on my part for sure. So it'll be hard to say on how it's going to turn out once it actually does get released for sure. But however, they did actually put in a little something for the story mode. The story mode that they're going to be adding in, hands down for sure. Like, of course, pretty much from my knowledge, I think pretty much of anything for the story mode, hands down, I think they're pretty much, they're going to be adding in pretty much some nice retellings of some of the classic stories from Thomas the Tank Engine for sure. Like, of course, we obviously enough got pretty much Thomas and Gorgon, aka Thomas Gets Tricked, as well as, of course, Thomas Goes Fishing and Thomas and Birdie's Great Race, officially confirmed to be as one of many retellings for, of course, the game for sure. And they're even going to mix it up a bit with, of course, some new stories that they're working on for sure. So yeah. But honestly, to me, I really do think it's actually quite clever for sure. Actually bringing in stories that are, of course, pretty much both old and new, hands down for sure. I really do think it's actually a nice blend, hands down. And yeah, hopefully I think if they actually can pull it off quite well, I think they might actually provide something really great to really keep true to the nature of Thomas the Tank Engine for sure. So yeah, but then again, we'll have to wait and see later on down the road. We'll definitely know hands down for when the game actually will be released for sure. But I can say pretty much the narrator from, of course, season 17 to 21 is slated to come back to narrate pretty much the stories for, of course, the game itself for sure. So yeah. But that's at least what I can say, of course, that front for sure. But either way, I'm excited for that, hands down for sure. So yeah. So I guess either way, I think with pretty much with what we actually got so far, I really do think they really actually do have some really great ideas to throw into the table to really make the game actually really great for sure. And I'll be really quite excited to see on how it'll go down for sure. And I really do think the people at Dovetail Games are really going to put in a lot of hard-working effort to really make the game turn out great for sure. And I do hope it will actually be great for sure, because, yeah, there's a lot of strong possibilities that you can actually go for with, of course, that particular game for sure. And I'll be really excited to see on how it'll go down for sure. But for now, I think the ideas from what I can gather are actually pretty promising so far. And even graphics-wise, from what I can gather, to which, now, I know for the fact that graphics don't make a video game great for sure. But as long as, of course, they can actually provide something really spectacular for sure, I think it'll make the game look great, as well as, of course, feel great, hands down for sure. And And I really do love what they actually have going for because the game looks pretty great based on the graphics alone for sure. So yeah. I guess for plenty of other aspects from what I can gather, well, I think from what probably I think from what I can recall, seeing of how it is going to be a video game hands down, it'll be hard to say, of course, on what the gameplay is going to be like for sure, let alone the controls hands down all the way. So yeah, maybe we'll know later on down the road once the game actually does get released, hands down for sure. So that way we can actually get a full-on understanding, of course, on what the gameplay and the controls are going to be like, hands down. And yeah, I know a lot of people say that when it comes to video games, they have to go into it with, of course, pretty much plenty of knowledge on the game rather than going in blind. But to me, I actually disagree, of course, that front, because I really do think it is better to go into a video game completely blind, hands down for sure, because, well, it'll give you the element of surprise, and you don't know on what's going to happen once you actually play the game all the way through, and once it's actually over, you're actually going to be quite amazed on whether or not the game might be worth the money for sure. So yeah, and I know that's a generalization because if anything, I actually did pick up several video games in the past for sure. But honestly, given to, of course, not having pretty much the proper equipment for the time being for sure, I think it'll, I guess if anything, I really don't have anything to actually really try to make video content centering around video games for sure, but I do hope that will change over time once I get some great stuff, like, of course, pretty much a game capture card and all that sort of stuff from what I can gather, because, yeah, there's a lot out there, I'm not gonna lie, So yeah, I think given to what I've actually mentioned for sure, yeah, I think pretty much if anything, I really do think this game really does have a lot going for hands down. I can't wait to see on how it's going to turn out once it actually gets released for sure. So yeah, and currently by the time pretty much this video goes live for sure, this game, according to the trailer, is actually going to be released on, of course, PC, as well as, of course, on multiple consoles, from what I can gather. Like, of course, it is going to be released onto Xbox, but only as digital for sure, as well as, of course, on pretty much the PS4 and PS5, and, of course, the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Switch 2. And I guess pretty much with the last four consoles that I've actually mentioned, well, given for the fact that we do know Xbox is going to be releasing the game digitally for sure, my guess is that pretty much for when the game comes out on the PS4 and PS5, as well as, of course, on the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Switch 2, I imagine they're probably going to give it like a physical release, hands down, from what I can gather, but who knows? I could be wrong. Maybe we'll definitely know later on once the game gets closer to being released for sure. And they did say that it will be released some point around this year for sure. So there's no confirmed date, of course, when exactly the game is going to be released, hands down. So we'll definitely know later on once pretty much as time goes on for when the game does come out for sure, but for now, I'm really excited for that, hands down, all the way, and yeah, hopefully I think later on down the road, I would definitely love to pick the game up to see on how it's going to turn out all the way, and yeah. And like I said, if I ever do plan on pretty much picking up some equipment and stuff, like of course pretty much picking up a game capture card in the near future, of course I would actually be up for, of course, making good content on, of course, that's a game for sure. Maybe, I guess, possibly for a future video that I will talk about, or of course, if the time is right and I actually do finally pretty much get the ability to live stream on Twitch again, I would definitely be up for playing that game on, of course, Twitch, and even stream here on YouTube as well. So yeah, there's a lot of strong possibilities, of course, on that front. So I'll be looking forward to hopefully doing that once the time comes for sure. But for now, I'm excited for when the game will eventually come out for sure. And yeah, hopefully maybe later on down the road, it might give us something rather interesting for sure. But we'll have to wait and see later on down the road. Maybe the game will be good once it comes out, or maybe not. We'll have to wait and see. So yeah, but either way, I'm really looking forward to pretty much when Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor finally comes out for sure. And you bet I'll be picking it up and playing that game anytime soon for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. And yeah, I think I might as well end this video here for sure. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and by all means, let me know in the comments down below on what you thought of the announcement for, of course, this game, and if you're actually looking forward to pretty much playing the game for yourself once it actually comes out. So yeah, but that's at least what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and don't worry, I still got plenty more videos that'll be coming up very soon for sure. So definitely be on the lookout for when I'll get around to those for sure, because yeah, I've got a lot to throw onto the table. So hopefully I think I can bring in something really great for sure. But until that happens, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD and Sam Shepard. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is AckleyTack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, And even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTACTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.